Hey everyone! Today's video is going to be a makeup review video, and this is a review I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for quite some time. I've had these products for about a month, or probably just over a month now, and I've been playing around with them, and I've been meaning to film this review for a couple weeks now, but I'm doing it today. So the product in which I'm reviewing, you will probably guess from the title, but they are the Cosmic Eye Dusts that came out from Black Moon Cosmetics. These are the debut eye product for Black Moon Cosmetics, but they are just as readily able to be used on lips and anywhere else in general. It's kind of like a body glitter, but it's perfectly safe for the eyes. They're cosmetic grade glitters that have an eyeshadow base, and most of them are duochrome. Really cool, dynamic eyeshadow glitter kind of things. So let's get into this shade by shade, and then I'll review them as a whole at the end. So the first shade, which is my personal favorite, is Asteroid. It's also what I have on my eyes today. This is a beautiful turquoise glitter that has a purple reflex to it. And the thing with the reflex is it becomes more apparent the more you layer on the product. With the first layer, it's kind of like a standard eyeshadow glitter, and as you layer it on more and more, it becomes more of a solid metallic kind of thing. So what I have on my eyes today is 2 layers of the product. But yes, this one is definitely my favorite because it involves 2 of my favorite colors. So the next shade is Cosmos, and this is a mid-toned pink with a slight purple undertone and a very heavy rose gold reflex. I've never seen anything like this in my life for eyes, so the rose gold is definitely incredibly unique in itself. This shade reminds me of the eye glitter version of the Black Moon Cosmetics lipstick shade Immortal, which was from the Metal Trinity set, which has been re-released. If you were wondering about that, I will try and link that down below. I have worn this over the top of Immortal, and it's like they were made to be paired with each other. It looks fabulous together. The next shade is Nebula, and this is a warm mid-toned purple with a very slight yellow gold reflex. The gold in this is very subtle, especially when layered over dark eyeshadow. However, the more layers you add, the more apparent the gold reflex becomes, as with the other shades. This shade is probably my second most worn in this set, besides the one that I'm wearing right now. I have worn this Asteroid so many times, it's ridiculous. The second last shade is Martian, and this is a very beautiful shade. This is a mixture of a forest green and a lime green glitter with a very subtle warm gold reflex to it. I noticed that out of the 5, this one and the next one I'm going to talk about have the chunkiest glitter. The other 3 are very finely milled glitters, and these 2 are a little bit on the chunkier side compared to those. So the final shade is Moon Rocks, and this is probably the most versatile out of all the shades. This is a silver gold mixed glitter, and depending on what eyeshadows you're pairing it with, you can really play on the silver or the gold within this. It's kind of hard to distinguish an exact shade of silver or gold, but it's very transformative with what you have around it and what you've paired it with. Again, this one has a chunkier glitter than the first 3. This one and Martian, as I said, have a chunkier glitter within them. This one I can see being worn by many people for many different situations, and like I said, it's the most versatile and just absolutely beautiful. So if you were to buy only one shade and you wanted to wear it more often, I would probably recommend this one because it does have the ability to be paired with many different looks because it has no color ties or color family ties. Gold and silver, you can pretty much pair any color with those 2. So before I move on to reviewing the formula, I'm going to talk about the packaging a little bit because Black Moon Cosmetics have really stepped up their packaging game lately. I didn't know that they could honestly improve on what they had, but they somehow found a way to astound me. So the boxes that these ones came in look like this, and they have the corresponding holographic detailing on each box. I noticed that the new formulation of the Metal Matte Trinity all comes in similar boxes that all have corresponding holographic details as well. So the packaging is really, really well thought out with these. And also the shade names are written within the corresponding holographic details as well. Also, the tubes in which these come in are the same tubes in which their regular liquid lipsticks come in, which is what almost led me to believe in the beginning that these were just a glittery or metallic liquid lipstick, but they are multi-use. They're for eyes, lips, anything you really want. And yeah, I like the fact that they stuck with this packaging because you can see the shade in the bottom, and yeah, I've always loved Black Moon's packaging. I think these are absolutely stunning tubes. The formulas of these is quite strange and unlike any product I've ever used before. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Let me explain. These have like a liquid to dry eyeshadow kind of feel to them, with the fact that they come out as a tacky-ish kind of formula. It's not too tacky. It almost resembles eyeshadow primer, and it goes on quite nicely and you can play with it for quite a decent amount of time. All of these shades have a black undertone to them, which surprisingly can be blended out quite well. I really, really like the fact that because they did add that undertone to it, at least it can be blended out, unlike a lot of liquid eyeshadow products out on the market. So I've been asked a couple of times whether these have a distinct smell to them because the lipsticks smell like vanilla icing, which I absolutely adore. The answer is that these don't really have much of a distinctive smell. They smell kind of like a glitter glue that I used to use when I was a child to paint on my clothing. So it's not a bad smell. It's very, very faint and it fades completely once the product dries. And it's not offensive in any sort of way. It's just, and it's again another observation, so it's not anything bad about the product, it's just merely an observation of the product. Also, another thing about this formula is that the glitters are very easily able to be moved and manipulated, and the formulas to these are so much better than I expected. It's not that I expected them to be bad or anything, it's just I've never used a product like this, so I didn't really have much of an expectation. And yeah, now my standards are set so high with products like this because of these. I love these products. I've been using them very, very often, at least 2 or 3 times a week. So they are definitely worth it for me. And the fact that these came, the set, if you purchase the set, they all come in a very beautifully presented box, all put in there and tucked away very nicely. So my overall rating of this product is, obviously it's Black Moon Cosmetics. I'm going to give them a very high rating. I love their products. I've never been disappointed in the past. So my rating is going to be a 9.9 out of 10. And the only reason they didn't get a 10 is because I believe that nothing is perfect. So yeah, I can't give it a perfect score because nothing is perfect, but they are so darn close to perfect. I love the formula, I love the shades. I think that they released a very versatile and very well thought out shade range. Although it's limited, it works with so many different people, so many different styles of makeup. So I really, really commend them for that effort. So I hope you enjoyed this review video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to be here for every single video. Like this video if you like the review, comment down below if there's something you'd like to see on this channel. Also, what is your favorite shade out of this set? And I hope you all have a fantabulous day.